Robert Lightfoot, Vice President, Strategy and Business Development with Lockheed Martin Space and former Associate Administrator for NASA. Welcome on the Business Brief.
Thanks for having me, Ryan. Good to be here.
Robert, with NASA's rover Perseverance arrival at its historic mission to find evidence of life on Mars and Colorado's tremendously important space economy, market forces, technology, and imagination are driving a new space age. Now we are learning about this new partnership between Lockheed and GM for vehicles astronauts will use as we return to the moon. Lockheed is clearly a world leader in space. How's the business going, and what new can you tell us about your new partnership with GM?
Well, Ryan, the business is incredible. As you know, space has become part of our everyday lives. I think everyone, whether they know it or not, is impacted by space and what it does for them daily, whether it's the navigation systems on your phone or your car, whether it's even working just at the ATM. To get your money out of the bank is that all is driven by the space-based industry now, and it's just growing. It's growing incredibly fast. We're very fortunate to be here in Denver, right in the middle of a lot of the activity going on around space, and so I think that sector is going to continue to grow. Lockheed Martin is right in the middle of that going forward. As you mentioned, the opportunity with General Motors that we announced yesterday, as we return, the first woman and the next person of color, the first person of color to the moon. We get a great opportunity to have hopefully the transportation system that they're going to use to move around the moon, because the nation wants to go there to stay. It's not just to go there and visit. It's we want to set up an economy there. So that lunar economy and for us to be looking at a partner like General Motors, it's very exciting for us. Very exciting to be able to help NASA get their mission done, but also help us work with others that maybe we're not working with on a daily basis historically.
It is exciting, Robert, and looking forward to learning more about how that will impact Colorado's economy along the way. Now, speaking of growth and excitement, Morgan Stanley's space team estimates that the roughly $350 billion global space industry could surge to over $1 trillion by 2040, highlighting drivers like space tourism, satellite internet, satellite launch, even deep space exploration, to name a few. What can you tell us about Colorado's role in space today and its role in the future of space?
Yeah, so if you think about it, there's in recent years, we've seen nearly 1,000 startups in the space industry and 700 unique investors between venture capitalists, private equity, different corporations, and banks. So it's just a rapidly growing area. And when you think about the advantage Colorado has, there's already so many activities here. We've got the folks in Colorado Springs that have a lot of involvement in space. A lot of folks here in Denver, not just Lockheed Martin, but a lot of other companies in the Denver area that are all involved in this area. So when you think about the whole of the economy that's coming toward us, right? You're talking about, I mean, here at Lockheed Martin, we have roughly 10,000 folks in Colorado, right, working on these missions that we've asked to be done. But if you look at Colorado as a whole in the aerospace and defense industry, it's the largest per capita number of people working in aerospace and defense and in this world, in this industry. So it's an exciting time. It's only going to grow. If you look at the different ways we're doing to attract folks to come to Colorado, we're constantly investing in our infrastructure to make sure it's a place that folks want to come work. We're sharing that mission, the mission focus, which is really important. And that mission focus is what gets folks really engaged, because you learn that you get to do something bigger than you, right? That you'd never be able to do by yourself. And I think that's the piece that when we think about what Colorado has going for it, it's a very attractive place to live, right? I mean, it's the bottom line. Folks like to come here to visit, and there are a lot of people that like to come here to live, and we like to capitalize on that and put them to work on our programs.
Well, let's actually peel that back a little bit further, Robert, in terms of attracting talent and the purpose, if you will, for many folks. And I couldn't agree more that attracting talent and giving people a greater purpose is something that increasingly plays an important role for every company, every industry. Colorado's space industry is dependent on nurturing the next generation of Colorado workers to keep the industry in the state while attracting and retaining highly capable talent today. How is exactly Lockheed Martin Space and the industry tackling these challenges and the human capital needs?
Yeah, so we have a lot of activities ongoing, Ryan. We're constantly recruiting from the universities here in Colorado because we want to keep that talent here, right? You look at Colorado State, UC Boulder, School of Mines, Metro State, and even University of Colorado College Springs, just to name a few. And not only are we attracting the talent that you would think from an engineering and a technical perspective, it takes the entire. It's not just engineering and technical talent. You need lawyers, you need financial. You know this from what you do on a daily basis. You need HR professionals, you need communications professionals, you need all that in place. And so, our main focus is make sure we're an attractive place to work, a great place to work. We stick to our core themes of respect others, perform with excellence, and do what's right. It's that simple, and I think that those simple monikers really help us to attract the right people to come here and to stay here in the state, because we are producing a lot of engineers here in
It's
Colorado.
amazing state. I actually had Chancellor Tony Frank from Colorado State University on this same segment just a few weeks back, Robert. So it's great to see it kind of come full circle with the work you in the field, if you will, are doing at Lockheed Martin Space, and he in the academic world is doing to help provide those partnerships to train the talent of both today and tomorrow. Lastly, Robert, Colorado is a small business state. Increasingly, you are working with small businesses and startups as new space entrants. This is really exciting to hear because I'm a believer that we have to support our small businesses. Can you tell us more about the work you're doing there and why?
Yeah, one of the things that we've learned is that a couple things. There's a lot of folks that are investing in small businesses, not just us, and we like to leverage that investment to help us get our missions done. And oftentimes, the small businesses are, frankly, they can be a little more agile than we can be. So we like to go to the folks. We like to help them be successful. That's one of our main things. Is if we're going to partner with you, we're also to help you be successful. A couple of examples is Tieback. It's a small satellite bus manufacturer that we've been partnered with to do some of the missions we need to do for the Space Development Agency. Could we have done those small satellite buses? Of course we could, but why not partner with somebody that's in town here and leverage what they've already done? ABL, which is out in California, is a launch company. It's about to do their first launch. We've partnered with them as well to provide low-cost launch for us when we need to do technology demonstrations. Maybe not have to go to the large launch until we're really into the true program of record, but during technology demos, we can do those on those kind of activities. So our goal here is to leverage the capability, especially here in Colorado around us, that lets us get these missions done and help them become part of this economy too. Because that, if everybody's it's the old the rising tide floats all boats. I know that's a trite statement, but it's really true. If we can keep the small businesses engaged with us, and so many of them here, if you look at what we did during the pandemic, Lockheed Martin, we provided to our suppliers as much financial assistance and protective equipment assistance that we could to keep them whole and keep them safe during this pandemic. That's what we do. We try to make it be a true partnership with the companies around here.
Robert Lightfoot with Lockheed Martin Space. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ryan.